Welcome to First Team. I'm your host, Wayne Cunningham, along with sports journalist, producer, and commentator Jovan Ravello. Jovan has been one of the main voices calling the plays in preseason and now in the official action. And of course, our expert analyst for tonight, a man who has helped shape the fabric of pro football in Trinidad and Tobago as a player, coach with multiple championships to his credit. And it's our pleasure to welcome former national goalkeeper and multifaceted national coach, Russ Russell, to First Team. Russ, pro football is back. Give me your thoughts.
Well, I'm just delighted that football is back in Trinidad and Tobago, especially pro football. You know, it's a chance for the younger players to give their all and to earn a little rights to make money. You know, it's the key thing in Trinidad and Tobago to get youths off the streets. And you know, pro football has been doing a great job in the past. It's glad to see them back. And the fans as well, it's coming out. You know, I attend some games and they're really streaming in.
All right, nice. And with that said, we go straight into the action.
Next Rangers versus Club Sando. This is Tyrone Charles, 6 minutes. Look at this free kick. Beautiful finish, Ross.
Well, you know, I always crib the goalkeepers, you know, as a former goalkeeper. But I think Tyrone did a good job in keeping it under the bar, you know. So it was a great goal.
Yeah, Lahokata Rangers leading 1-0. This was going to be the second goal in this match. Ball just falling to Atula Guerra, tucked away.
I think the old boy, you know, he have a lot of experience. You can't give him that amount of room in the box.
Speaking about room, this keeper would want another keeper to just kind of help him on that line. Russian.
Great strike by Riley there. You know, Riley, I think he outwid Bryce a little bit.
Yeah, good strike from Kareem Riley. This game had a lot in it. This was the first penalty of the match. Nicholas Dillon is going to step up. Big man, cool as a cucumber. Great finish. This was right back at the other end. This was Tyrone Charles, 63rd minute.
Talk
first
about
post.
Great goal, but he had a crib the keeper again. You know, it's really a sin to see a goalkeeper get a goal at first post.
A sin. This is Isaiah Lee in the 78th. Great goal again for Rangers. They're up 4-2 at this point, thinking that they had it in the bag, right?
Yes, they did.
More to come. Watch this space. Here come Club Sando. Beautiful, beautiful strike there from Nathaniel Ogaro. Banging it in.
I think the keeper didn't have a chance with that one.
Really good football still from Club Sando. This is Nicholas Dillon. Scored that first penalty, wins the second.
No hesitation from referee Crystal Sobers.
Yeah, 90+4. That is 4-all. Truly a classic match. It wasn't expected to be, right? Rangers versus Club Sando. Really good result for Club Sando, coming from behind just to draw with a team that has been picked as favourites in this match.
But Lahokata Rangers, Club Sando, at the beginning of the season, when I think it would have been a marquee matchup, but Club Sando played well in the first 3 rounds. Rangers coming out of their pre-season, they went out to St. Lucia and St. Vincent, got some mixed results, and everybody was expecting it to be a real Rangers show. But Club Sando said no. So it turned out to be a marquee matchup, you know, that everyone expected, right? And Club Sando making some noise.
Yeah, for sure. Ross, what do you feel about the way that Club Sando has come into the league, though? A very young team.
Yeah, they have a lot of young youths. I think Rangers are the more senior guys, but I think Club Sando shocked them with the result. You know, they keep getting goals against them and they keep coming back. I think they really surprised the people who come out, you know, because everybody there was more Rangers fans and more Rangers fanatic. I think Club Sando went home. Please.
We go to the next match. We go to San Juan Jablote versus Central FC. Another matchup that had some eyes opening.
Yeah, lots of goals certainly in this match. Starting in the 3rd minute, this was the equalizer here from Dante Gilbert. First goal came from the boot of Karen Cummings in the 3rd. Dante Gilbert just equalizing in the 12th. It was good football. But look at this one. Travis Byron just uncorking it.
From where?
I think it's one of the goals of the tournament already, I could say.
Yeah, no words for the keeper. Right?
Yeah, no words for the keeper. Fantastic strike.
second half in this match. Very early action, a good shot. Well, this is a good ball up the field. Looking for the third goal of the match at this point, soon to come. This was Maurice Dick, the left back, putting it in for Central. 51st minute, very good strike. Still more from Central, a good flicker home there. And at the very end, Karen Cummings takes a bow. Great goal, 3-2 result there for Central FC.
But with Central FC, the captain, the man they call the ball pest, Karen Cummings, he is back into his own, Russ?
Yes, I think so. I think he's fit and rain. I think he likes playing. You know, he's showing it on the field. You know, he's showing that age don't really conquer him. You know, he's going at it. I think he's one of the players at the tournament so far.
And Jablote rebuilding, obviously, you know, but not bad play. No, you know, 3-2, good result. They were in the game throughout.
Yeah, I think Jablote is one of the younger teams in the grouping. You know, I think they are the younger guys. The only thing they was lacking with the first game I saw them is the finishing. And I think this game they really had two good goals that you could see that they are working on it. You know, it's a work in progress. I think Jablote will come good to the end.
Do you think that the fitness levels, I think the lack of match practice has been a great equalizer this season for these teams?
No, I don't think so. I think everybody seems to be equal because you can see Club Sando against Terminix Rangers. You know, Club Sando answered the bell, and Rangers was one of the teams that were training longer than everybody you could see and playing. You know, I think they matched them. They matched them with the pace, they matched them with everything on the field, even goal scoring, you know, which, you know, the fantastic goal scoring from both teams went a long way in this one. Well,
with that, we have some more highlights for you. We have some more games, some more analysis, sorry. So we're going to take a break right now. When we get back, more on First Team.
Don't miss the Tobago Youth Awards on TTT, Friday 31st March, 8 p.m. and rebroadcast Saturday 1st April, 2 p.m.
They have talent to burn.
Not best village, better village.
We talk about it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise big people too.
Back with more football action, ACPOS versus Prisons FC. This was going to be a very one-sided match. Very first minute, this is going to be a Robert Primus goal. The defender coming up trumps. Great strike from him.
Early people still strolling in. And Primus scores.
Yeah, there was a lot of goalmouth action from the defenders. Zordan for Abubakar getting the second, another defender. And the third, he was on a double, he was on a hat-trick going into the second half of this match. Took a little while for them to get more in this. 90+2, Jamal Francois showing up just to tuck that one in. Good following. Final goal came from Brian Armstrong, 90+5. Deep in this match, a 5-0 drubbing Prisons FC. in some real trouble early in the season, has to be said.
The takeaway from this one for me was at the end of the first half, it was 3-0. Prison's coach, Russell, will be out here, and it seems Veronique is known as one of the big tacticians, and he is. Right? He is a man who could adjust, and a real top class coach from Prisons, and he couldn't stop them. Francois and Brian Armstrong came in and put in 2 more, and Prisons were left wanting.
What I can say about the AC Port of Spain team is that they have a lot of experienced guys in there. I know it's very difficult for any team to stop them on how they are going right now. You know, and Prison as one of the new boys on the block coming in from the Super League into the Pro League, they now see how wet it is up there, you know, their feet get wet fast because they run into one of the giant killers. You understand? Because nobody expect AC Port of Spain to be like that in the league so far.
Yeah, because they look good on paper. You know, we look with Marquette and with Shebeni, Abu Bakr. Well, you know, we could call names, but we wasn't expecting them to gel so fast. Yeah. And gel they did coming into the league, and difficult to beat them.
Yeah, it's really difficult. You could see that.
With regards to Prisons, they were looking good a couple match days ago. They beat one of the big ones, Caledonia AIA. Yeah. You know, so they were expecting things from Prison, but they come back down to it. But work to be done still.
Yeah, it's a work in progress for Prison, you know. I think AC is a team that has a lot of guys with international experience, I should say. Because everybody who scored, you could see, they played internationally as well as over abroad, you know, and they came back and bring their experience into the AC team.
Yeah, and for me, one of the things was we looked at in the preseason when we saw the roster, we interviewed them. You know, we was asking like how they had all these national players in the team. How do you think a team like that can serve the national cause, really?
No, it would be good for Angus to take a look here. I know it's a lot of senior guys that he probably put by the wayside, but the league could show you that they are still fit and going. But there are more experienced guys in the league.
I feel they're talking about Rodolfo in particular. You understand? Because
I don't want to say
I call the names. Rodolfo made a point, you know, over the last couple of match days that I am still here. Yeah. You understand? But on that team also, right, if you watch, Shebeni, and I'm going to say again, Marquette, they in the national setup. Right? But the friendlies, Jamaica, the Bahamas, you know, they were out, you know, just a club football. So AC Port of Spain sitting down on some dynamite in a good way.
I think there are some diamonds in the making. I think Marquette and Shebeni is 2 of the upcoming stars. You know, you can't say they are washed out here. You have to say they are young national players. They haven't made the mark on the national team as yet, as regulars. So.
Yeah, and add to that, Rushford is also part of that front attacking 3. So that's a big problem for the team.
He was probably out because of national duty.
He was on national duty.
Yeah. You know, so AC Port of Spain is causing some problems. Right? But what you think? How you think Prison's going to rebound from that 5? Because you know 5 is a mark in football that is leave a little stain.
Well, as a coach, you know, you had to go back to the drawing board. You had to go and watch the highlights of the game. You had to see where your team made the mistake, and you had to try to strengthen your team from there. You had to do a lot of, what I could say, mind building.
Nice.
Because it will be touching the mind a lot.
Okay. And who we have next?
We have Police versus Defence Force. It was meant to be a Classico, and it was actually a great match. You know, didn't go the way that Police may have expected, but I thought it was a very good game. You know, I was up there doing some commentary. So let's look at the highlights from that match. Nice evening there at the Police Barracks. It didn't really get going until about the 25th minute. There's a penalty for the Defence Force. Brent Sam from the spot. Deadly. He had 16 in the Ascension tournament. Comes up with another one here for Army.
Yeah, Brent is a guy I like to put it to the back of the net.
Yeah, and certainly does so very effectively, and this one was a really great goal. What you missed before was a run down the pitch before it eventually came to LaShawn Roberts from Cooper. I think he came from left back straight up to the front of the pitch. So I thought that was a very good result for Defence Force as well.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about a marquee matchup between the services, you know. But I'll say this, coming out of pre-season, everybody was watching Police because they had a fantastic pre-season with Jabari pulling the strings, Jai Mitchell pulling the strings in the center, you know, the striker, Sidel.
They have man called Scooby,
Scooby Freitas, you know, and they looked good in the pre-season, you know, and Coach Hood was looking like he was going to make some noise this season, but I think he making noise on the other front.
Yeah, he was saying that, you know, it was kind of difficult to get some.
I think he was saying it very difficult to get his players out in the earlies. I think, you know, he'll work that out coming there because the result is not really favorable for Police, you know. On the thread, they have no points really.
Whatsoever. But Russ, you'll know about that dynamic in the services, you know. In your service, they say you're a soldier first, or a sailor first, or airman first, all right? And in the Police, they say he's a police first, you're a footballer after, right? So, Hood has some genuine grievances, you know, but as a policeman, he knows the work too. So, you see how it goes.
No, well, I think Hood is a senior dude in the police force. You know, he knows to get around it. I think he have been there for quite some while, coaching the team. You know, he knows the ups and the downs. But I think police will rebound. You know, police are one of the teams that you can't write off too early.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to police though, because they kept most of their team from Ascension. They have Mitchell on the pitch. They have KB in defense. They have Chocolate in defense. They have a very strong midfield. What do you think is, other than fitness, what do you think is one of the things that they need to work on?
Well, I think they showed me a lot of chances from the game I saw. You know, they're not playing with their chances. You know, you could say anything but football, but if you don't put away your chances, you win games. I think that is one of Police fault this year. You know, before you see Police beating side 5, and it's because of the finishing. This year, they seem to be missing the chances and side scoring on them. So, you know, it's a very difficult one for it to think. I feel you have to go back to the drawing board and start to do the things that he was doing in the Essential League.
Yeah. Jovan, touch on the fitness, but I don't think there's a factor because they come out of the pre-season, right, as one of the fitter teams, one of the running teams, you know, and the break wasn't that long this time, but they didn't look like a team, you know, they didn't look like a team who was at that fitness level. Yeah. But if you watch the pre-season, they were sparking.
I don't think they have the cohesion that they had in the preseason, though. If you look at the way that they used to play, the amount of passes they would string together, how high up the pitch. Of course, but you know, things change in football. Organizations are a bunch of men, right? It's a bunch of big, you know, strong hardback men who just want their own way sometimes. So maybe it might be that you have these issues.
You know a little more. You know a little more than you let it know.
I really know
Rusty camp. I watching that, you know. But Richard Hood has some work to do.
Yeah, you have a lot of work to do because
Police with no points at this stage after 4 weeks, you know, it had to be frightening.
Yeah,
had to be frightening, you know. You see men toss up teams for less, you know. Hood more or less is secure in the job, so he could probably now take some chances and switch around some lineups and that sort of stuff to pull something back, you know. And he's not afraid to actually. He's one of the braver coaches I have.
No, I think Hood knows stuff, you know. Sometimes you sacrifice the early part of the season to get going, you know. I know about that because when I was coaching, my trainer told me we had to sacrifice to get the guys as fit as possible. The first 3 games, luckily for we won, you know, and Hood probably take that chance, but it didn't work for him, so I don't know.
Well, now let's take a look at the overall results from match week 4. Right, we have the games that we saw, the Rangers and Scopsando, Jablotey and Central.
Well, good result for Canupia FC coming back from a little rut. They beat Point Fortin Civic, another of the big teams in the tournament. 2-1 in that match. Goals from Romarion Williams and Rondell Gibson. Another one from Nathaniel Garcia. Had to be a consolation and a 0-0 draw for, I guess, Mr. Cunningham's favorite team in the league.
Come on, best team in the world.
Caledonia
best team in the world. right? But there's two marquee teams with regards to representation at regional level, right? Both of them sort of rebuilding. Cali have some of the older guys still, you know. W look like a total rebuild from the gaffer down. You know, everybody go.
Yeah,
It's a total change. You know, compliments to the W crew to be holding on to it still with that massive influx of newness, I have to say. Right? Cali coach Jerry Moore, you know, he knows the job. Yep. And he knows how to mix it with the experience and the youths and so forth. It have some teenagers and some old stagers, and I'm calling them old stagers, yes, because I could say that at Cali. But
you are the license to do it.
Yeah, I had the license to say that.
So let's take a look at the table right now. We're looking at the table from week 4 in the TT Premier League. There are those standings. Bring them up on screen in just a moment. Central FC. It's a good sight for you, Mr. Ross. On top of the table. 10 points from 4 matches. ACPOS are second. 9 from 4. 3 wins for them. Club Sando are third with 8. Defence Force are fourth with 6. They moved up significantly. They were 12th or around 11, around there. Prison Service is at 10. Sawa Jablote and Police FC prop up the table with 1 and 0 points so far. So unfamiliar territory for some of these teams.
All right. Well, with that standings, we're going to take a break right now. When we come back, more from First Team.
Right in. Oh, Holy Spirit, touch me. That's the word of God. Father, here you go. And lose his stammering tongue. Hallelujah, Lord. Grant him a tongue of already, right?
Our spiritual names on the whole are given when we go through the exercise of mourning, which is praying and fasting in seclusion. We are given spiritual gifts, and with those gifts we are given titles.
We spoke about national players throughout the show. Let's take a look at our experience at the Trinidad and Tobago versus Nicaragua CONCACAF Nations League League B match in the Dwight York Stadium in Bacalet, Tobago.
Tell me the feeling here, the buzz in Tobago leading up to this game.
Well, everybody who I spoke to today, they said they were coming out here. Well, what do you expect me to predict? Trinidad and Tobago had to win this. Then Tobago, when last they were ever here? When last? I can't tell. They had to win it. Look, New Jersey here, supporting them 100%.
Johnson, tell me what you think about the build-up of this team coming into this crucial game.
I think it's important. I think it's important for the country. I think it's important for the youth to see what's going on. We have a fantastic opportunity with hosting the following World Cup coming up, 2026. We have a great chance, and I think we have to understand the chance that we have here and the opportunity that we need to take. So we need to support, we need to get the younger ones, the understanding of what they will need to go through soon, you know, so just enjoying it, just trying to spread that enjoyment.
Now, with the return, I should say, of top flight pro football in Trinidad and Tobago with the Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League. You know, tell me how that augurs now for Trinidad and Tobago getting back in that area.
It's important for players to actually have games. You know, for a long period, our local players didn't have any games to play. So it's only foreign players were playing games. So now we have a little more match experience. There's a lot more exposure in terms of the televised games, you know, all around the world. It's on people's station, it's on YouTube. So it's important to have these games, the league running, and it will only improve our football as a whole.
Plenty vibes on, plenty action in Tobago. Wayne, tell me about your time over there.
Well, vibes, it was hectic, you know. The ambience in Tobago in the Dwight York was fantastic. People were streaming in with 10 minutes to go, you know, still coming in the park, you know. All right? Excitement. And even this morning, when we were preparing to return, everybody, we went from Crown Point to Plymouth, and everywhere I stopped, people talking about the game. Yeah. That was the topic right through. Supermarket, gas station, everything. Everybody talking about the game. Real good fan experience. Yeah,
man, proper vibes. Proper vibes from Tobago.
Right. A good buzz.
Right. So with that, and as Johan C. Marshall said, you know, it's good to see the league start back so the national team will prosper. Right? So now we're going to take a look, the preview of match week 5, which is going to start on Friday.
Yeah, a couple mouth-watering clashes here. Defence Force facing Doubly Connection, hoping to further climb up the table. The Army Men, Prisons FC looking for a win. They have a very hard assignment against Terminix Locator Rangers.
I know they not have no faith in the prison officers.
Tiger Tanks Club Sando faces Police FC, a team that needs a win. They haven't won in 3 matches. First time, they're on 0 points so far. Kunopia FC comes off of a win. They will face ACPOS, a team that is brimming with confidence. Central FC versus Point Fortin Civic, and Caledonia AIA versus Sour Jabality, a classic match.
The neighbors.
Wrongs out.
The neighbors clashing. Yeah. The neighbors clashing. That will be the match of the wrong, you know.
No bias, of course.
No bias, of course. I'm clear with the choice, you know, just the rivalry between San Juan and Caledonia. It has. Good night, Jerry Hospitalis.
Sour dab.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So, before we leave you all, I want to hear from Ross Russell. What you think from those games there is the marquee matchup for match week 5?
I think, as you said, the Caledonia against Sour, because of the areas, you know, I think they will have a lot of supporters going to see, because, you know, Sour and Caledonia is locked in close by. And I think they kind of juggle the supporters. Yeah. You can either support Cali, you can support Sour Jabality. But I think, you know, you'll see good football because both teams need points as well.
There are plenty of fans with 2 jerseys in the cupboard in the area, you know, from the Crazy to the Nova Junction.
I feel that's safe, though.
Yeah. I feel Kalam is one.
Jovan, who you like? Which game?
I like the Club Sando game, and I keep wanting to see that little team. Let's keep climbing up the table and roughing up these big boys on them. I like that. I like their vibes this season. And kudos to Cornell Glenn and the work that he's doing down there.
Well done. Yeah. Well, people, that's it. First time on First Team. We're here next week, Tuesday. Right now, we're also streaming on YouTube. We'd like to thank the league, the TTPFL, for outfitting us tonight. I was looking real good in the black. Thanks to the people from the TTPFL. On behalf of my team, I'm Wayne Cunningham. Thank you. See you next week.
Good night.
This is TTT. Live for local.